Let's touch on some developments in Tasmania. They've updated their proposed conversion laws, and they seem to be a whole lot even more sinister than some of the other laws in other states. What's happening in Tasmania, Christopher?
So, at the behest of the Equality Tasmania, the Tasmanian Law Reform Institute produced a report in May of this year, which recommends bringing in laws similar to but more stringent than in Victoria. And what they will do is, in effect, mandate affirmation therapy for people with gender or sexual issues. So you won't be able to say anything contrary to what they want, or what people say. And the report says that people who are mature minors should be able to make decisions to change or suppress their sex characteristics without having to be assessed as having mental disorder. Now, that's a very dangerous proposition, because we know now that so many young people who have been through this really significant and deleterious treatment with puberty blockers, cross-sex hormones and surgery are regretting it, and there is no way back. You can't change some of these things. So we're calling on the government to listen to the increasing trend throughout the world. This concept of affirmation therapy in the gender space is increasingly discredited. Finland, Sweden has moved away. The UK has moved away from it, because a lot of these children who present, largely females, have a lot of other mental issues which needs to be treated. So we've been talking to the government and asking them not to go down this path.
We're often talking about pastors and churches, people who are in church, a place of responsibility, someone who might be called on for prayer, even being drawn into the possibility of being set up. But it's not just pastors and people in churches, it's parents, it's medical practitioners who'd be banned from helping anyone who's struggling with sexuality or gender confusion. How does those sorts of conditions in what's being proposed affect everyone?
Well, this is the tremendous overreach of this report. The report says, and I quote, "No domain or area of conduct should be excised from the definition of conversion practices." So they want to reach right into the kitchen table, and mum and dad are having a conversation with a 14-year-old on a number of occasions saying he or shouldn't be promiscuous or she shouldn't be promiscuous. That would be a conversion practice. That would be illegal. It could constitute hate speech or child abuse. That's the reach of this. And we've been talking to Tasmanians ever since the report. We've run meetings in Hobart, in Launceston, in Alveston. We've got a petition going. For those in Tasmania who are listening, you can go onto the ACL website, www.acl.org.au, and you look for TLRIE petition link, and you can click on and sign a petition. We've got an email campaign going. There's a similar link at TLRI Conversion. So we're asking on them to let their MPs know that this is a flawed report, and that unless there's a proper inquiry by the government, they shouldn't be legislating in this area.
So for Tasmanian listeners today, those two websites you mentioned, both of them with some links there on the ACL website, acl.org.au, one a parliamentary petition, the other is an email campaign to key leaders. For listeners in Tasmania, some action you can take today.